Hey guys, what's going on? This is Awais back with another AutoCAD tutorial. So this is a basic tutorial. I'll be making 2D plan of a house and a 3D model. So let's get started. I'm gonna start a new drawing by clicking here, but you can go to your AutoCAD menu and click here, or you can type Control N for starting a new drawing. So click here. Alright, so now I've got my drawing ready. I'm gonna make some changes here. Well, go to options. Okay, so here you make sure that your crosshair size is 5. That's what I like to work with. So here you got a few settings here, selection and your drafting setting. Make sure these matches to mine. I'm gonna click apply, click OK, and I'm gonna turn off my grid. So I don't like working when grid is on. It's a bit hard to look at it. So type units now. Change length to architectural precision 1/4, click OK, and then type limits, spacebar one time. You can use spacebar, enter, or right click to apply the command. So I'm gonna give value here 200, 200 feet. So the first 200 value is for X and the second one is Y. So press spacebar, enter, or right click, and then zoom all. Z, spacebar, A for all. Okay, so now we got our drawing set up. I'm going to start my drawing my area, right? So select that rectangle command. I'm gonna click here and click on dimensions. So here I'm gonna give 40 feet for my length and then 40 feet for width. And you can click anywhere you want. If you click on take your cursor to the left side, it will draw to the left side from that base point. So I'm gonna click here. That's my drawing area now, and now I'm going to zoom extend. Z, spacebar, E for extend. Okay, so let's break these lines because this is a single object right now, so I'm gonna break it. So type X, spacebar, click on it, press spacebar. Now you got separate lines, right? Okay, so now this is basically a single floor unit. Okay, so I'm going to give offset of, let's say, 4.5 inch from this line to this line. These are going to be walls, okay? And then use your fill command to clean up. Okay, so let's give offset of 10 feet from here to the top. This is going to be some kind of our porch or our lawn. Okay, so give another offset of 4.5 inch for this wall, and then I'm gonna give the same offset from this wall to the left. Okay, so now we got our lawn set up. I want to give another offset of 15 feet for my porch area. So start from this line, let's get from this point, okay, and then all the way up, and then give another offset of, let's say, 12 feet from this line to the left, and then offset 4.5 inch, get rid of this line. Okay, so now I'm gonna trim off a few lines. So get rid of these lines, and this line, and you can get rid of this line as well. Or for offset command, you have your offset command on your modify panel. I think it's, yeah, that's the one. Okay, but I'll try to use shortcut commands as much as I can because that makes your work faster. So give offset of 4.5 inch from this line to the top, and I use the filler command. Filler command should be somewhere here. Yep, select that, select your first line and the second line. Okay, I want to show you a few things in the filler command. Select your filler command. Here you got your polyline, radius, trim, multiply. Okay, so I want to show you the radius. Well, if you apply any radius, it's gonna curve that corner. So I'll go to radius. It's now 0 feet and 0 inch, so that's why it's making a corner. Okay, so filler command, make sure these lines are cleaned up properly. And now I'm gonna show you a few selection tricks. Right, if you click here and then drag your cursor to the right, it's gonna give you a blue window. If you click here, drag to the left, it's going to give you a green window. So green window basically for selecting whatever comes in the green window, and blue window will select only the complete object comes in that window. So I want to select this line, so I'll use my blue window. Press your delete key to get rid of them, and you can get rid of this line here, and let's trim off these two, a few things here. Alright, cool. I'm going to save this file first, so Control S for save. I'm gonna save this to my desktop and host project. Save it up so you don't lose it. Okay, so now let's make few rooms and stuff inside. Okay, I'm gonna give another offset of 4.5 inch from the back to up. Okay, so now let's make a room from the left. I'm gonna give a room of, let's say, 15 feet. This is going to be a bigger room to right, and offset 4.5 inch. So for the 2D planing at the basic level, all you gotta use is fillet, offset, trim command, and some basic commands such as rectangle, lines, polyline, right? Okay, so I've got that room there. I want to give another offset of same, let's say 15 feet. Okay, so another offset of 4.5 inch from this line to top. Okay, so that's done, that's done. Okay, and then I'm going to make another room here, but for making it a bit fancier, I will be giving an offset from this line to about 2 feet. Okay, and then give another offset of 4.5 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to extend this line. So your extend command is somewhere here. Well, the shortcut key for that is EX. So EX, spacebar, and then press spacebar again. Select that line, and now you can get rid of anything you want. So 3R, press spacebar twice, and then type F, spacebar, and then you can use your fence selection so to get rid of these things. So DR, get rid of these. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my chamfer command. So the chamfer command is under the fillet command. CH is a shortcut key for that, so select that chamfer command, and now I'm going to make a distance. So click on distance and give here 2 feet, right? So as you know that I offset it from this line to this line is 2 feet, so I want to select this line and then this line. Okay, well, it wouldn't work. The reason why, I have to select this line and this line, right? And offset about 4.5 inch, and then use your fillet command to get rid of the garbage around to your lines. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so now what we do here is, let's say I'll just move this line about, let's say 2 more feet, and then give an offset of 4.5 inch, right? So this could be our closet at the front. Okay, get rid of this line and fill it as 2 lines to clean up. And okay, so we're done here. I'm going to extend this line and this line, and I'm gonna use my fillet command, select that line and then select that line, right? So here we have to use trim command to get rid of these lines. Okay, so that's cool, that's done. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw another line here to make sure that it's a closet. Alright, so here I'm going to make an open kitchen and a toilet. Okay, so I'm going to give offset of, let's say 6 feet from this line, and then give another offset of 4.5 inch. Okay, and now I'm gonna trim off these lines and these lines, and then offset about, let's say 7 or maybe 8 feet. first let's get rid of this line TR, get rid of this line, and then offset 8 feet from here to the right, and then give another offset of 4.5 inch. Okay, so this is going to be a toilet. It's going to be a dashed toilet. So okay, I'm going to show you one trick here in the trim command. So as you can see that I've got to get rid of these things here and these lines as well. So if I use my TR for trim command and press space twice, it will be start trimming. Alright, but what I'm going to do, I don't want to click here, 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 everywhere. Okay, so I'll type TR and then select this line first. Select that line and then press spacebar and then come here, and then it will clean up all the way up there. Okay, use your trim command again and get rid of this stuff. This is going to be a kitchen area now. Alright, so clean up here, fillet command, let's clean up here. I know this is not the greatest planning of the house, but I'm just doing it to show you how you can design your stuff. So just clean up, clean up, clean up. Okay, so we got pretty much stuff here. I want to apply 2 feet chamfer here as well. So what I can do here now is use your chamfer command, click on this line and then this line. Okay, and then same here with this line to this line. Done. Well, this wouldn't work properly because if you use your DI distance command from this midpoint to this midpoint, that's about it's more than what we expect. So I'm going to give offset of 4.5 inch from this line to up, and then use my fillet command to get rid of. Okay, that's fine, and then get rid of this line. Okay, so here is going to be our main door. That's going to be closet. That's our main bedroom area. The door would be here, and I'm going to apply a door here. That's kind of kitchen here, and we can make another room here, and then we'll make a stairs here. But well, we don't need stairs in the house because it's 1 floor unit, so let's not worry about it. And then use a DI for distance command. Check the distance. If you ever forgot the distance of that something, you can always go and check it. That's 7 feet. Okay, so what I can do, I can use my stretch command to move this stuff a bit down. So let's use our stretch command. Okay, this is the stretch command. I want to select all of the stuff here and this line too, and I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna try stretching. As you can see, it's not properly working. Okay, so for that, what you can do is you can stretch, select this part, and let's see what we have. Okay, well, it's working, but this is the problem here. Okay, so let's select the whole thing here, and let's see if we can select. Well, you gotta get rid of this line first. So I wanna just extend this line here. I wanna get rid of this line, and then I will draw a separate line by using my line command, and I want to draw a line here. Okay, that's done. And now if you go and use the stretch command, it should work. As you can see, it's working. It's basically applying whatever you're supposed to do. I want to move it to about, let's say, 1 more feet, maybe 1.5 feet. So 1.5 feet. Done. That's fine. So this is kind of be big enough kitchen, and then we can draw a room there. So that's about 9 feet now. That's pretty good. I'll make another room here and then another room here. This is going to be basically a living area. We can draw a room here. So I will offset from here about, let's say, 15, maybe 12 feet. We already got 2 rooms, right? So this is, well, make a kitchen here, right? So we can make an open kitchen on this corner instead of making here. So that's a good idea. So I'm just gonna draw another toilet here, maybe a bath as well. So I'll give offset of, let's say, 9 feet. Okay, and then I want to give offset of, let's say, 8 feet. This is, move this a little bit up for like 1 feet, so you can use your chamfer command. Alright, so Well, I'm gonna offset about 4.5 inch worth of walls up, left, and then use your fence selection in a trim command by using F while you are in trim command. So fillet command, get rid of this line and just trim off these lines, right? Get rid of this as well. And I want to use my chamfer command. So select that chamfer command, go to distance, 2 feet is already there, press spacebar twice, select this line and select this line, and then you gotta offset this to about, let's say, 4.5 inch. Fillet command, and then use this command to get rid of it. Okay, so this is kind of closet as well. This is just a basic design here. I can stretch these lines now. Stretch these. Let's see if it works. Well, it did work, but the chamfer is not good enough. So I want to move these 2 lines to about another 2 feet. And let's see the distance. Okay, can we make a room door here? So DI from this point to the up. So we got about 2 feet. No, we can't make a door here. So I've got to move these lines about 1 feet. Extend these lines, and then you can get rid of this line by using your fillet command, and then get rid of this. Okay, alright, I know this is not the best planning in the world, but this is just to give you an idea how do you use your AutoCAD to make a plan. Okay, so these things are done now, and what we can do here, it's going to be open living area here, and then this can be a kitchen, and this can be a bath here, and this can be a TV and living area here. Okay, alright, so what you can do here, I want to move these 2 lines. This is kind of really big, so I want to move like another 1 feet. Fillet command to clean up. Okay, so that's done. Why can't I do this way? So I don't want to use my chamfer command. Actually, I could make a bath here. So I'll just draw a line here, and then I'll use my fillet command, and I've got to draw another line. I've got to offset this actually 4.5 inch left, and then use your fillet command. Select that, and then select the fillet command again. Okay, and let's check the distance here. DI for the distance, that's about 2.7 feet. Let's move this a little bit more here. So just want to move it to about 1 more. That's I think I'm gonna make it to 3 feet. So what I can do, I can just offset 3 feet from this line, so I know the exact distance. That's fine. So let's just move these to about 4.5 inch, and then use your fillet command. Okay, so let's check the distance now. That's exactly 3 feet. So this is going to be a shower area. Okay, so it's pretty cool. I want to use my fillet command to get rid of those parts. Okay, so we're pretty much done now. The first thing you're gonna do is go to your layer properties and make a layer here. So make a layer 2D walls, leave that white color there, and make another layer doors, and make another layer there windows. Okay, well, you can do interior as well, so I'm going to interior, and you can make another dimensions. Okay, so these things are done. I want to keep that white color for layers. Let's change the color for the door, so I can give this maybe a green color, and you can change the windows color to blue. That's done. Okay, so we are on a 0 layer now. I want to select this whole plan and then go to your windows layer, 2D walls layer, and make them 2D wall, and make your current layer 2D wall. Okay, so we're pretty much done. Now I want to make a door here. So what I can do is I want to make offset first. Let's say maybe 9" is going to be our foundation, so I want to offset and make this a dotted line. Go to your match properties panel, click here, go to others. Now you can click on load and load any of the lines according to your liking. So I want to select that line, click OK. I'll select this line and make that a dotted line. That's going to be a step. Okay, alright, so let's make a door now. It's just really easy. I want to make one door and I'll finish off the rest of the door. Once I'm done, then I'll come back and we'd make a window. Alright, so what do you guys think? I should be making a door in the middle? Well, that's gonna cover a lot of area, so I don't want to do that. So I'll just make a door here on the left. So we'll keep offset of, let's say, a wall offset 4.5" here, and I want to select that and grab that vertex and just drop it down and then trim off the top part. Okay, and then offset about 2.5 feet and then 2.5 feet. Next, get rid of, maybe leave that line for now, and you want to get rid of this part and leave this line. Okay, and use your polyline command, PL for polyline, and in the draw panel you can see that polyline command. Start from here, make sure you start from middle, go up and give the same distance of your offset, so 2.5 feet. Now just go a little bit further, about 1" is fine, and then here you choose your arc command, arc, and then go down, done. Alright, we've done that, and then what I'm gonna do here is use my mirror command. So that's the mirror command there. Well, that's not there, so it should be somewhere here. Well, it's been a long time that I use these panels, but most of the time I just use the shortcut keys. Or it's in the modify panel right there. So click here, select your object, press spacebar one time, and then select this midpoint. Take your cursor up. As you can see that if you click here, it's gonna mirror that there. So it's 360 angle now. So make sure your boiler or ortho is on to get the exact angle. Click here, that's done, and press spacebar, done. I'm gonna get rid of this line now. So our first door is done. Go closer and then try to trim off these lines. So this is kind of door done. Okay, and then I will use the same command to make the other doors. So what I can do here, I'll show you how to make a block basically, so that's gonna be easier. Let's clean up a little bit. Okay, let's make a door here, and then I'll show you how you can make a block. Okay, so I'm going to offset same 4.5" from this wall to the left, and then offset 2.5 feet. It depends how big and how what's the width of your door. So some people use 3 feet door, so it's up to them. Okay, 2.5 feet, we'll make a 3 feet door, that's fine. So another, let's say 6". Let's check the distance, DI for the distance from this. As you can see, I can't select that intersection, right? So you can go to your object snapping here, right click and make sure your intersection is permanently on. If you don't want to permanently turn it on, you can always hold down the shift key and then right click, you get this menu, and then you can select intersection. That's a temporary menu which lets you select whatever you want to select. So I'll just select this endpoint. Yep, that's 3 feet, that's fine. And I want to extend these 2 lines and then trim off these 2 lines there. Okay, so use your polygon command and then go down 3 feet and then come forward 1". A for arc, and done. Our door is done now. So what I can do now here is, let's check the distance of this door. Can we make a door there? So I'll make same door there, 4.5". About, let's say 3 feet. Yep, I can do that. And then I'm gonna select this vertex, drop it down, select that vertex, drop it down, TR for trim command, select these lines, get rid of this line. Okay, alright, so what I can do now, I can copy this door from this midpoint and I'm just gonna drop it here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, use my mirror command, mi for mirror, and then select this midpoint and then just drop it there, and then oops, so select your mirror command, select that midpoint, take your cursor to the left, click, press spacebar, done, and get rid of this door. Your door is done. How cool is that? So I just want to select this vertex, just drop it to the here, perpendicular. That's done. The bathroom door is going to be a bit smaller, 2 feet, so offset to 4.5 inch, offset, let's say 2 feet is fine, and then use your both vertex, select that vertex. Okay, hold down shift key, select that vertex, and then select that again. You can do that at the same time. So 3R for trim command, done. Polyline, go about 2 feet, come up 1 inch, A for arc, and there you go, done. Okay, so we can make door here now. I want to take the same door there, so I have to make a cutting edge, so 4.5 inch, offset about 2 feet is fine, and then select both lines, hold down your shift key, select this vertex first, and then leave your shift key, select that vertex and just drop it down. Trim these lines, and then you can just copy this door from here and maybe just drop it there, and then you can just use your rotate command, R for rotate there, and you can use flip command. So I want to show you flip. Okay, alright, so there's another way you can use flip command, but it wouldn't work here because I have to change my UCS, so I can just my mirror command, done. Okay, doors are done. We need one door here, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw a reference line here. Okay, this is my reference line. Okay, so and I'm going to use mirror command, mi, select this door, and then select these 2 lines as well by using crossing window, and make sure you select both lines. Okay, select this and then just drop it there, and now what you can do, use your trim command, get rid of it. Alright, it's cool, isn't it? And then get rid of this line. Okay, I'm gonna save my drawing by pressing Ctrl S. Okay, so this is pretty much done, and now let's make some windows, right? So I'll be making one window here, one here, and pretty much that's it. Okay, so I'm going to make a line here in the middle, drop it down, offset about, let's say 3. I'm gonna get rid of the middle line and use the trim command to get rid of these things, and then you can draw another line. Okay, alright, and then offset 3.5 from bottom to top and top to bottom. Okay, this is how I show my windows, but in different countries people show a different way. It doesn't really matter as long as you know that that's the window, right? I'm just gonna go and change this for, let's say, offset 1.5. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so we got one window there. I want the same size window about here. So for that, what I can do, I can just copy this whole lot and select it from the midpoint and just drop it to the midpoint. And then there's a line that's overlapping, alright? So what you can do, let's say if I get rid of this line, yeah, there's a line behind this, which is the main line. So I'm gonna undo, type U, spacebar to undo, and then TR, trim command, and then you just trim here and then it will go away. As if I delete the line now, there's no line behind that. Okay, so undo that. Okay, so we got one window there, one window there, and what I want to do now here is make another window. So can I put the same size window? Let's find out. Okay, select from the midpoint, and I'm just gonna drop it the same size. That's fine, because I'll be making one window in 3D, and then I'll finish off all my windows, because this is just a basic tutorial, so you can drop as much as windows you want. So let's say I want to make another window about maybe here. Okay, so just first let's get rid of this line and draw another line here. Okay, then offset 2.5 feet, top, bottom, and then just get rid of the midline, trim off these lines. Okay, and then that's the same size window, right? So you can just bring that window. I'm gonna grab that window, and I'll be, let's say, dropping this window from this point, and I'm just gonna drop it here. Okay, use your rotate command here, and then select from this point and just drop it here. Done. So use these commands. So if you want to know about these commands, you can check out my full tutorial list. So I've got another playlist in my channel, you can check that out if you want to learn AutoCAD in really deep. So yeah, okay, so we have done these things now, and then next thing what I want to do here, just want to select all these windows and unchange them to Windows layer. Okay, so we got our windows done. I just want to get rid of this line, these lines, right? And then I'll select these walls and change them back to my wall layer. Okay, alright, so we got our windows done. What about the doors? So I want to select that door, but this time I want to do a different way. Okay, so I'll select one door and I'll change that layer to doors, and now there's a command match layer. Okay, so that's make current, that's a match layer command. Okay, so select that, and now you need to select an object what you want to match. So select that object first, spacebar, and now you want to select the object destination, right? So if I select this door now, this is going to be the same door. Okay, so that actually converted those doors. So I'm gonna go and select that match layer command again, and well, just make this door there first. Select that match layer command, and then select all these doors. Okay, press spacebar, and then you can even type name. Let's say if I type, well, let's find out the door, yeah, doors. So I can type D, let's select it. Alright, so done. So as you can see that you can just apply the layer on every single door by selecting that match layer command. Okay, alright, so we got pretty much done, and then just gonna show you a couple more things. Alright, let's go to the dimensions now. You can go to the annotation tab, and there's a bunch of commands available for dimension, but let's go back to home tab. We're gonna look at this panel now. Okay, so well, type D, which is going to bring up this dialog box, dimension style manager. Click on modify, go to your primary units, change that to architectural, precision 1/4, click OK. Well, I want to go back, text should be 9 inch, let's do it like 4.5 inches enough. Okay, and then you can check that text alignment with aligned with the dimension line, so I like to keep that way. Okay, so pretty much that's it. You want to change here, click OK, and then set that current, click OK. Alright, so now we can apply dimension. So if I select my dimension command now, And let's say if I want to apply a dimension of this door, I can just apply it like that. Okay, so how do you apply this command? Let me show you. Select this dimension commands. Just want to let you know that I'm using AutoCAD 2016. Okay, if you are using AutoCAD 2015 or older version, then you might don't have this command. This is a new command, came in AutoCAD 2016. Okay, so if you're on an older version, you need to select linear, aligned, angular. So you need to find out what object you're going to apply the dimension for. Okay, so if you're going to do a arc, so you need to select angular or arc length. Okay, so you gotta find out. But what if I select this command, what I take this to closer to my door, as you can see that it's automatically detects that what kind of object is that, and it just does it. Look at, if I go here, as you can see that it's selecting that door as the arc radius. So this is really updated command, came in AutoCAD 2016. Okay, so select that dimension. Let me show you the linear. Okay, select that linear dimension command. Now you need to select the first point. I'm gonna select this first point, and then select the second point. That would be this point, and then you gotta drag your mouse down or up, and then just click again. Here you can see a few more options. M text, you can change that to multiple line text. You can change text by clicking here. You can even apply the angle. So let's say if I click an angle, and I will give 45-degree angle, and now if I go and click on it, the angle, as you can see, is 45 degrees for the text. I'm gonna go and change my angle to 0. Now it's bring it back. Okay, so you can you can apply this horizontal text here. If I click on it, it's gonna apply a horizontal, and I'm gonna go to my text first. Okay, that's fine. You can apply the text size here. Well, it's on 12 feet right now. Okay, so if I give about 14 feet and enter, well, this is not a right dimension. So this is basically I override my original dimension text. So you can do that as well. So I'm just gonna delete that. Select my dimension command. The shortcut key, I believe, is DIM. So select this point. This is 12 feet. If I select and take over my cursor here, so it's gonna select the whole object as well. You can do that. This command is only available in AutoCAD 2016. Okay, so I hope you understand how to apply dimensions. After you've done all your dimensions, what do? You just select a single line text, and let's say this is a bedroom, right? So I'm gonna select here, and I'm going to give about height here. Okay, and then angle, rotational angle. You gotta keep an eye on the command line, what's going on and what's AutoCAD basically asking you. Okay, so the angle 0 is fine. Press enter, and now I'm going to type text bed room. Okay, that's done, and I'm going to press escape, and then you can modify this. So I'm just gonna select the space point. I'm gonna select this, and then I'm going to basically change the height of this. So to change the height of this, you gotta go to text edit, and basically you can scale it down. So let's say bedroom. Okay, so I'm gonna go use my scale command. Select that, pick this arbitrary point, and give value -2. Oh, sorry, 0.2. Well, you can scale it down, but it's a good idea that while you're making a text, you specify the text height. So I'm just gonna select this point, and height would be 4.5, and then angle would be 0, and then you're gonna start typing bedroom. Okay, so type bedroom, double enter to finish the command. And now if you know the dimensions, let's say I made 2 dimensions here, select this object, and then what's the dimension here? You can keep going on, this dimension is still on. Okay, alright, so we got this. So how do you type a dimension now? So what I do, I'll copy this bedroom and just drop one here. Okay, and then I'm gonna edit this one. To edit this one, I'll be doing 12 feet okay, comma 0 inch, and you type X, and then you give value of 8 feet, comma 7 space 1 by 5. Okay, so an inch. It depends what country you belong to, so it depends where you're from. So just follow that the way they show their dimensions, but that's how you can show the dimensions. I'm gonna delete that now, get rid of this as well. Okay, so we're pretty much done with our plan now. Let's start working on our 3D model now. So for 3D modeling, I would recommend go to your 3D modeling workspaces, and I'm going to drag my command line, and I'm just gonna drop it about here. Okay, and the next thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my viewport. So in the view panel, you got this viewport, right? So I've got this SW isometric. That's what I like to work with. And now let's go to our layer properties, and I'm gonna make another layer called 3D wall. Okay, and give a color, let's say green color. Okay, and then I will make that layer as a current layer. Then I will select my polyline command. So PL for polyline command. I'm going to start polyline command from here, and I'm just gonna zoom in here and hold your cursor here and just move your cursor there. It's gonna give you a reference point. Click here, and then I'm gonna click here. This is just to make sure that it's a basic tutorial, so this is gonna give you a good idea that how you can make a 3D model. This is not advanced tutorial. If you wanna know the advanced tutorial in which I will make every single thing and I will explain few commands as well, I'll drop a link in the description below. You can check that out. So I've got a full tutorial of 3 hours making a 3D model, okay, on this same channel, so you can check that out. Okay, so just gonna offset about 4.5 inch, select from this point and just drop it there. So I've got 2 polylines now. Okay, so there's a command called extrude. So these are the basic commands available here in this modeling panel. So you've got your extrude command, you've got your box, cylinder, cone, all this stuff here, and there's another command called press pull. That's a polysolid command. I'll explain these 2 commands in a second. Okay, select your extrude command and select your outer line, and then you can select your middle line as well. And then once you right click or you press enter or spacebar, it's gonna start making a 3D solid. So you gotta zoom out and make sure you take your cursor on a Z axis, okay, to the positive side. So here you've got few options. You can define what direction you want to do, if there's a path for it, as a taper angle and expressions. Okay, so I'll explain them when we need them. Okay, so let's say I will just take here and I'm gonna give a value of, let's say 10 feet. Okay, done. So now I'm gonna change my viewport to shade it to show you. Okay, so this is what we have right now. To orbit in a 3D space, what do? You hold down your shift key on your keyboard and just press your mouse wheel and hold it down and just drag. Okay, so this is how you can drag around, but there's not a good way to do that. I like to use this view cube. If you click here, it's gonna make all those views available here. This is kind of cool. Okay, so you can use this if you want to, and there's another way. If you type VP viewport, and this is a dialog box, you can change your viewport straight away, and you can make your own new views and it will show up here and you can go to that view. Okay, so next what we're going to use, we got this solid editing toolbar here. Okay, it's here got few boolean operations, so solid union, solid subtract, solid intersect. These 3 commands are really important in 3D modeling. You need to master them. You need to understand their basic logic, how to use them, where to use them. If you understand these commands, you will be able to make a 3D model at the basic level, trust me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go change my viewport to 3D wireframe and then use my subtract command. Okay, so click on it. Now I'm gonna select the first subtraction object. Okay, so I want to select an object from where I want to get subtracted. So I want to press spacebar now, and I want to select the inner model. Press spacebar again, and now let's go have a look at the shaded. Alright, well, alright, as you can see guys, I've got my boundary done for a 3D model, this kind of wall. You can go through and make your inner walls, but I'm not gonna cover that. I'll just quickly show you how you can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my top view. Okay, and I'm gonna change this to 2D wireframe. Okay, and now what I want to do here, let's get rid of this dimension, we don't need that. Okay, I want to use my boundary command, so BO for boundary command. Pick a point, and then I want to pick this point. You gotta make sure that you will you have to see the whole object in your viewport. Let's say if I just move here, as you can see that I can't see the bottom part of this drawing. Okay, so if I move here and use my boundary command, pick a point, it's gonna give me an error. Okay, so it will find out that there's an error. You need to make sure that you view your whole object, what you want to make a boundary of. Select this point, select this point. Okay, so here I've got the wrong point selected, so I want to basically undo. It's BO for boundary command. Pick this point and pick this point. You gotta make sure that you got the right points. Okay, so there's the last one there. Alright, cool, done. Yeah, so I want to press spacebar one more time. Now we got our boundaries done. Okay, so the same command you're gonna use EX3 for extrude command. Select this boundary, select this boundary, select this boundary, and you're gonna keep going. And let's say you can give 10 feet. Now let's find out what we got here. Okay, alright, how cool is that? So you got your walls done. How easy are they? Okay, so you can use the boundary command, but I'm not worried about inside what's going on, so we're not gonna look at it. Okay, so now just quickly I want to change that to 3D wireframe. Now let's make a foundation first. Okay, to make a foundation I want to show you another command called extract face. Okay, maybe a copy face command. So if you go here, here copy face, I'm gonna select that, and I want to select this face. Okay, and then once you select that, you gotta hold on the shift key and get rid of this part. Okay, and then I want to press spacebar one time, and then I'm gonna select this point, and I'm just going to drop that about here. That's fine. So I've got this face, right? So I wanna explode that. So explode, and now you got your separate lines. Alright, so what I can do now, I'm just gonna clean up. I could extract those edges, but I just wanted to show you that copy face command. Okay, so now this is basically, if I go to my front view, as you can see that this is on my ground floor. This is not where I'm supposed to get this here, right? So I want to go back to my SW isometric view, and I want to move this. So just want to select my move command by typing M. Select this, select that part, and just gonna move it here. Okay, this is my backup copy of my boundary. BO for the boundary, pick a point, press spacebar, done. You got your. Okay, so now let's see if I select that, it's not selecting the boundary. Basically, boundary is basically behind that line. So what I do, I right click on it, and I go to my draw order, and I'll send it backwards. If I select now, as you can see, we can select the boundary now. So I'm gonna type M, select the boundary. I'm just gonna drag it here. Let's get rid of this. A lot of people face this problem. They want to select something, they cannot because there's something on the top of that same object. So you gotta go to draw order and send it to backwards. Okay, so we got this now. I'm going to go my layer properties, make another layer. Let's say I would call it foundation. That would be 1 feet. So I want to change the color to white. It's fine. And I will make a copy of it. I'm just gonna drop it here. I use my extrude command, extrude for that, and then just give a value of 1 feet. Alright, so select that, change the layer to foundation. Where is our foundation layer, by the way? Okay, there you go. Alright, so we got that now. And what I'm gonna do now here, I want to isolate a layer. So I'll go and click on this isolate layer command. I will select this. What it does is basically it's gonna just leave that layer on, and rest all the layers going to be turned off. Okay, so I'm gonna select this whole plan, and then I'm gonna start from, maybe don't pick a point, you can just give a value. So X value is going to be the first value, second is Y value, and Z is third value. So 0 for X, comma, 0 for Y, comma, and then 1 feet for Z value. It's gonna just move this up a little bit. Click here to unisolate all the layers, and now I can just take my foundation from this point, and as you can see that it just moved my walls a bit, I think 1 foot up. Okay, so just drop it here now, and let's go and check it out. Okay, alright, so we have this so far. Okay, so let's make a step here. To make a step, it's very easy. What you gotta do here is just make a boundary here, pick a point, done, and then extrude this to about, well, you gotta make sure that you pick the right thing. So I want to delete this line. If I'm able to select that line, I'm gonna get rid of it, and now I can select the boundary. Okay, so extrude this to about 6 inch. 6 inches is fine. Okay, so here we have a problem now. Okay, I want this to go all the way here. So what I can do, there's a command called press pull. Okay, you can use that command, or you can go and use extrude faces command. Okay, or you can go and use a move face command. If I select my move face, I'll click here, it will select the face, I'll pick this point and just drop it here, and done. Well, there's so many commands that you can use. Alright, so we got our steps done. If I go to press pull, select the same face, and then you can just move the face wherever you want to move. Alright, so let's say if I can take it backwards, I can just drop it wherever I want to drop it. So that's so many commands that you can use. Okay, so just fix it up for a second. I'm gonna go to move faces command, done. Okay, alright, so we got that now, and I'm gonna go and change this to my 3D wireframe, and let's make a cutting edge for the window. So the best way to do this, make a rectangle from this point to this point, and then move this to about 0, 0, so 1 foot is the foundation, right? And then I want to move it up to 2 feet for the wall, so that would be about 3 feet altogether. Okay, so there you go, there's your error. So what do you do when you see these things, right? You gotta make sure you select the right object. So if I select this, I'm selecting the wall now. So I want to zoom in, and I want to make sure that I select the right object. So M for move command, select this, don't pick a point, 0, 0, 3 feet, press spacebar twice, there you go, you got your object 3 feet up in the building. Okay, so we got this. Now there's another way I can do. I can copy the same thing and select from this point, and I can just drop it here, and I'm just gonna take this here and drop it here, and there's another one here. I can just go and maybe drop it here, and then I can use my rotate command. There's a command called 3D rotate as well. 3D rotate, you can do 3D rotate. Select this object and then you can take it to give a value of 90. Done. Okay, so let's find out if we are on the right spot. This is not on the right spot. The reason why, I'm gonna go to my top view, and I just want to move this from this pick point and just gonna drop it there. Let's go back to our SW isometric view, and okay, so we have that thing there, that object is there. So I'm gonna move this. Okay, get rid of this line. There's the object at the back, so select that 0,0,3 feet. Okay, so what I want to do now, I want to extrude all of these 3 windows to about, let's say, maybe 6 feet. Okay, the 6 feet is fine. And then same thing, you do subtract command, select the wall, and then now select all your windows. So what it's going to do, basically, it's going to cut the edging. I'm gonna change this to my 3D shaded. There you go. So you got your windows cutting edges done. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my 3D wireframe, and let's cut the edging for the door. Okay, so rectangle. I'm gonna make a rectangle here. Done. And then I'm going to basically move this up. Move this up to about 0,0,1 feet because that's our foundation. Okay, so we got this here, and extrude this to about 7 feet. Done. Okay, so I can go 8 feet if I want to, but 7 feet is fine. The main purpose of this tutorial is not basically making a fancy looking building house. It's just to teach you how to do it. Okay, so it did not work, so we gotta find out why it didn't work. I'm gonna go and try selecting something here because the door is still there. So I'll change my viewport to 3D wireframe, select subtract command, select this. SU is for your subtraction command, and now let's find out. Alright, done. That's done. Okay, cool. Alright, so now let's make a window here. Let's make change to 3D wireframe. And the easiest way you can make a window is check the dimension for it, or maybe you can just copy a face of it to find out. Well, I want to show you here. You go to your front viewport. Okay, so I'm gonna try going to my front viewport actually. I'll try going to my front. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my front. The reason why it's not working is because it's so much stuff going on here. So I'm still not on the right spot. I'm gonna go and hover over my cursor here. I'm gonna try this front. Didn't work again. Yep, now it's fine. Okay, so this is my face, right? So the easiest way to make your window is basically type UCS, drop it here, drop it there, done. And let's find out what's the UCS got here. Okay, so we got the UCS there, but this is not the way I want it. So UCS, select this point, take your X value to this, and then Y value to here. This is how I wanted the UCS. I want this to be my plane, okay? So now it's really easy to start making a window. So I'm gonna go to my window layer, and I'm going to make a rectangle here. As you can see, I don't have to draw on the floor. I can just draw on the face. Make a rectangle here, offset about 3 inch. Okay, so offset about, let's say, 4 inch. The reason why it's not letting me do it is because I want to isolate this layer. So select that, isolate this layer. Oops, I did the wrong one. So let's go first, turn off our wall layer. Done. Okay, so now I'm just gotta make sure that UCS is fine, and now I'm gonna go to my front view. I am actually having trouble selecting my view. Okay, let's go to top view now. Okay, let's try it here, don't worry about it. Offset 3 inch, select the line. Done. Okay, so now I'm gonna extrude both of these. Okay, well, keep a copy of the inner wall first. This is going to be a glass, just keep a copy there, and then extrude both of them to about, let's say, maybe 4 inch. 4 inch fine, yeah. Now our wall is 4.5 inch, so that's too much, so I'm gonna undo EXT for extrusion command, and then take them 3 inch. Okay, SU for subtraction, select the outer part and then select the middle part. Done. And then you go to your layer properties and then make another layer, F2 for rename. So I'm gonna give glass and change the color to about maybe gray is fine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna extrude this as well. So I'm gonna give minus, sorry, 0.5 extrusion there, and I'm going to change this to my glass layer, and then just move this from the midpoint here and just drop them in the midpoint there. Done. Okay, and then you can basically, what you can do is move the whole lot, and now you can 0,0, let's say minus 1 inch is fine. Yeah, minus 1 inch. Okay, so why I give the Z value, because before, as you know, that our Y axis was about on where the Z axis is now. So if you look at your gizmo, your Z value is here, X value is going to the right, and Y value is going to the top now. So I'm gonna go and unisolate everything now and make that to 3D shaded. Done. Okay, alright, so we got our window coming out actually. So what I can do, just gonna change that to shaded. You could give the values, but I just wanna select my glass and window layer, and I want to basically select it from midpoint and just gonna drop it to this midpoint, right? Okay, so let's find out now. I'm gonna go to shaded now. Well, this is perfectly fine now. Okay, and now you can basically copy. You can copy these windows, maybe change that to 3D wireframe, copy this window, so glass and the window layer, pick this point and just drop it here, drop it here, and that's fine for now. Okay, alright, so cool, I've got my windows done. Now let's make a door. It's the same thing you're gonna do, but this time what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select my gizmo, pick this point, which is really easy to just take it wherever you want to go and take it. Done. Okay, so now we got our Z and Y values. So I want to select that, select Z value, and just take it to the front. I'm going to turn on my ortho to make sure I've got right. Okay, done. That's fine now. Okay, change that to 3D wireframe, The same thing you gotta do here. Make a rectangle. I wanna just make a rectangle first and just gonna isolate things. Rectangle. Okay, and then I'm going to isolate this layer. Done. And then maybe change this to my door layer. It's gonna turn off because that's been isolated. Turn on the door layer, extrude it to about, let's say 3 inch, maybe 2 inch fine. It's up to you guys. Select that, turn on all the layers, select this door now and just drop it here. Okay, you maybe have a question that why I'm making so simple doors. I'm just telling you guys in the start, this is a basic tutorial, and for your kind information, if you know how to make this type, you can go advanced. You could make another thing in the middle and make this window look like two-sided window, right? So with the door, what I recommend doing it is basically you can apply a material to it. So you can show this wooden material later on when you do rendering, which is really simple. So simple door is good enough. So you can apply material to show it, to make it fancier. Okay, so I'm gonna go and okay, so now let's make a roof quickly because I'm gonna finish up this tutorial. Okay, so to just make a simple roof, what you can do, I'm going to draw a rectangle. I've got this boundary there, so I'm just gonna draw a rectangle here. And let's change the roof layer to 0, right? And then what I'm going to do here, I'm just gonna get rid of this line and I'm going to extrude. Let's make a copy of it first. Leave a copy here and extrude this to about, let's say 3 inch fine. Change the layer to 0. And then you can copy or maybe move this. We don't need that here. Okay, so just move this from this point and then you can just drop it there. Okay, done. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. So this is what we have so far. It's a really basic kind of house or unit, whatever you call it. Alright, so let's go here now. I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, I'm gonna draw a line from this point on the z-axis about, let's say 4 feet, maybe 3 feet is fine. 3 feet. Done. Okay, so select your 3D polyline command, start from here, pick this point, just go all the way there. Right, very simple roof, very easy. Select your extrude command, go all the way here. Now change the viewport to 3D wireframe, then just move this from this point and you can just drop it wherever you want to drop it. Okay, cool. Now let's have a look what we have here. Okay, so it's alright. I'm gonna change that layer to 0 so we can look at it. Okay, so that's fine, that's not bad. Okay, so what we can do with this now, just going to get rid of pretty much everything here and I'm going to take my gizmo back to 0. Okay, and let's just go here. Now I'm gonna apply a few materials and then I just want to finish this tutorial now. Okay, so go to your visualize tab and then go to material browser. Okay, and from here I want to select a kind of wall paint or maybe brick. Let's search for it, so you can go search and type brick. Okay, so BRI, these are all things we're getting here now. I want to select let's say maybe go to the wood here, the Autodesk library, go to wall and maybe no, you gotta remove the text from there so you could see everything available. I'm just gonna increase the size here, as well, and let's say I'll select woody. Can't find anything here, so I'm gonna go wall paint, and I'm just going to select a general white wall paint, right? So select that, take it there you go, just drop it there, okay? And then let's go sliding or roofing, right? So with the roofing, I'm gonna take this and just drop it there, okay? Viewport, make that viewport too realistic so you can see what's going on, okay? And with this, with the door, I want to go to attach by layer. Okay, so let's bring that material. I just want to take, I'm gonna get rid of this and delete this and take this one. That looks much better. Yep, that looks much better, but I've got to do a bit of scaling. So double click on the material, and in the material panel, double click on the image. Here you can apply a scale. So I'm gonna give about like 4. What do we have now? It's 4 feet. So just change that to 4. So let's find out what we have now. Okay, looks much better. Does not look a lot better, but this is just a quick tutorial to show you how you can apply materials. Alright, so okay, done, that's done, and we will find some material for the, so go to glass, take that blue material, drop it there, and for the step, for the, I'm gonna go to stone and just take maybe this stone, it's fine, and there. Okay, so I'm going to go to my attach by layer, and I want to select this clear and drop it to the glass. Done. And then I'm going to roofs done, so I just need that beam, and then just gonna go drop it to the foundation. Okay, so that's done. With the door, what you can do is just gonna apply some kind of wood material. Select the wood, select this, or maybe select this, and then what you can do, you can go double click on this image, and then you can change the image basically here. So I don't think I have any image for, let's say, I'll show you quickly. Just gonna select that, I'm gonna take it there, and let's double click on the material, click on the image, and now it's giving me the color, right? So I've got to go back to the image here. Okay, so here you gotta click on the image here, and then which is going to give you an option for image 1, image 2. So I'm gonna select, just take it here. So I'm gonna bring my image from somewhere. Okay, so click on it, click on this arrow button, okay, and then click on edit image. Okay, so here you can change your image, you can change it to noise, and if you wanna bring your arrow image, maybe click on I think you need to find out some other material. Okay, so with the wood, I'm just gonna take this and just gonna drop it there. Okay, maybe just one. Okay, so now that's done, and white wall paint to the wall. Okay, so this one, let's try. The step would be go to material browser and select maybe the same material. Okay, for the step. Okay, done. Okay, so let's go and render this. Let's have a look what we have here. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of the stuff on the 0 layer, just gonna get rid of a few things from the front so we don't look at them. Oops, let's just drop that. Okay, so just gonna go to my render to size. I'll give you this and then click on render. There you go. So that's what you're gonna get. It's initializing, and this is our render. To make it a bit more better, so I'm gonna click on this arrow button and go to my render environment, turn on the render environment and change the color to maybe soft light. Okay, and now let's find out what we have here. Okay, I need to give a little bit of exposure. Okay, so maybe go here and then click on render exposure and then just click a little bit exposure. Okay, so now click on render. Okay, much better. You can turn on your shadows from here. I'm gonna click here and then full shadows, right? And now let's render it. Okay. Okay, so this is a quick and basic tutorial for 2D and 3D. So thanks for watching, guys.